Aloha and welcome to another video on this channel. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the 5 heroes that I am really excited about trying. This isn't a tier list. This isn't a which hero is going to be the best competitively. This is really just a who do I think is going to be fun to play, because I haven't played this game yet. I'm not in the closed beta. I'm not clearly in even the open beta. I don't have a key. But I just think these heroes are going to be super fun to play, and this is just purely me getting excited about heroes that I've seen in Dota, and I enjoy playing in Dota, and I kind of see how they're going to work maybe in an artifact, at least on the surface. And these are heroes that I really want to try, and hopefully I can get them early. In the background, I don't have artifact gameplay, of course, but I do have the Banana Clicker, which I played last night. I was lucky enough to see it on the subreddit, and I did get my 3 tickets. It was a lot of fun to play. I was playing it when they, I guess, had it at the original health for the Ancient, but then they increased the health all of a sudden, so I was like, oh, okay. I really wanted to see what would happen when the Ancient blew up, but I didn't get that opportunity. So anyway, hopefully I can kind of see what's supposed to happen. But thanks for that giveaway. I mean, it was really fun. I enjoyed it, and it was a lot less pressure, I think, than last time. Last time was a lot more frustrating because the thing kept resetting, and I don't think anybody knew what was happening. So this one was a little bit more, I thought it was a lot better. So thank you to the people who created it. So the first hero I really want to try is Tidehunter, and it's not about the viability of whether Tidehunter is going to be good. I just think Tidehunter as a hero is awesome. In Dota, I remember watching Tidehunter, and when I saw Ravage, that pretty much got me hooked on Dota. That was like back in like TI, like pre-TI 2. Like when I saw Ravage and I saw Black Hole, I was like, what is this game? Like, I never seen an ability that cool looking. You know, it was like the AoE was just like gigantic, and like the tentacles and the water, and I was like, what is going on? And it was Tidehunter. And ever since then, I think Tidehunter has been one of my favorite heroes because just how big Ravage is on the screen. Like every time I play and I get Ravage, I think to myself, I don't think I should have been caught by Ravage. I wasn't that close to him. But then you see like the tentacles go out, and then like you're right on the edge, and you're like, nah, it's not gonna hit me. But then boom, you get stunned, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, Tidehunter is just so fun to play, so fun to watch in Dota, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to play in Artifact. Now the fact that, yeah, he has 2 attack, it's kind of weak. I kind of wish he had maybe a little bit more, but I think that prompts the necessity, clearly, if I'm going to play him, that he needs like an item, whether it's some kind of like sword item or just to get him to 4 attack, or even like a blink dagger, which I think is cool to give you +2, and then you can blink around. I think that's a really awesome mechanic, not just for other heroes, but particularly for Tidehunter. I think that works really well with how he plays in Dota. But 18 health and 1 armor, oh my gosh, that's so good. Like, he can survive so much, other than the spells that remove him from the game. But to me, if they remove him, that saves other heroes, and so he's like this wall of a hero, and he's just huge, and like he doesn't hit that hard, but he's gonna survive, and I think that that's critical. And so I'm looking forward to playing around Tidehunter. Like, he's one of the cards that I look at as a hero, and I'm like, all right, I believe in Tidehunter. I want him to be in the cards that I play, and I'm very excited to give him a try. And you know, I know like he has Kraken Shell. That's a cool ability. I know Get Initiative is going to be really important. I'm not really looking at that. I just like the idea of Ravage and the fact that you can stun people. I wish that Ravage stunned the entire lane, like not just the neighbors, but, or you know, like 50% chance of everybody else. Like, I wish it stunned everybody, like in all the enemy heroes in the lane, like just like in the game where it's like, yeah, pretty much everybody gets stunned. I think that's super fun. But yeah, just the fact that you guarantee stun. Maybe you can get off 1 Ravage. I kind of wish you can get off 2 Ravages. That would be more fun. Or I wish there was something that could make the cooldown like cut in half, or like something like that. Like you could modify the hero so that like the active ability cooldown goes down by like 50% or something like that. Because it'd be fun to pull off 2 Ravages. I don't know if typical games run long enough to have 2 Ravages, but if they did, that would be awesome. Because I just can't wait to see how this card looks when you pull off Ravage, and just his tank ability and presence in the lane. So I'm really looking forward to playing Tidehunter. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. The next hero I'm looking forward to is Winter Wyvern, and the reason why is because of Winter's Curse. Like in Dota, Winter Wyvern to me is such a weak hero. I remember when Winter Wyvern came out, I thought she was terrible. I'm like, who's this like weak dragon? Like she's so slow, and one of her abilities is to fly. Like that's not cool. Like yeah, she has ice stuff, but like it just doesn't seem very fun. And then I tried playing like Winter's Curse like as an ultimate, and I thought, oh, this is junk. It's just basically like a stun. Like that's not fun. But I didn't realize that in Winter's Curse, like the enemy heroes around the person that is affected by the ability are attacking it at the same time. And like the later and later the game goes, the stronger the heroes get, and then they end up attacking them like one of their own heroes. I just think is super, super funny. You know, it kind of reminds me of like in TF2, where if you're playing as the spy and like the enemy team's medic either heals you or uber charges you, and then you end up backstabbing and attacking their own teammates. Like how fun is that? Like it's like it's not really troll, it's just like next level like strategies. And I feel like Winter's Curse is going to be really fun to play, because they're going to be probably moments where the other team has like really buffed up guys, and you're like, man, I don't know if I can get rid of that person. You know, like I don't know how to get rid of that person, but maybe I can get the other people around them, the other neighbors around them, to attack them and then get rid of them. And I think that's so funny. You know, I just think that would be so funny to play, and like it probably wouldn't feel very good to have that played against, but I would respect the play. And so that's why I'm looking forward to playing Winter Wyvern, just for Winter's Curse. I think that's going to be really fun to unleash. 6/6 is not impressive in terms of the card stats, but I just think that that ability is going to be fun to try. The next hero I really want to try is Chen. And I know Chen was talked about at PAX, and Chen looked okay at PAX. The card's not particularly strong in stats, but I like the idea of Holy Persuasion and getting control of an enemy creep. And as I think more of the cards get revealed and we see some of these like really cool creeps, and some decks I assume are going to be like creep heavy, right? People want to play like these big creeps. The fact that you can steal the opponent's creep, to me, is like amazing. I love the ability. I love just the game mechanic of being able to steal what the other person has, because not only do you sort of, it's not like it's removed from the game, it's removed from their game, but it's like you remove it from their control and now you can use it against them. So like this, like any strategy that's like built on trying to sort of build up to like a mega creep or something, right? Like just like a huge creature. Not only do you just get rid of it, but now you have control and can use it against them. I think that is something that people who are like building, like that's their win condition to try and win, they have to consider that. Like they have to consider how, yeah, maybe if there's Chen, I have to be careful, because he can always snatch one of my creeps, and now not only do I not get to win that way, but I might actually lose that way. So I think that that's a lot of fun. I know that there's Helm of the Dominator that can also take control of enemy creeps, but I love the fact that it's already built into Chen. I wish it wasn't 4 cooldown. I wish it was more like 2 or 3. Maybe that'd be too strong. But I love the fact that that exists in this game, that you can actually steal things and use them against your opponent. It's very similar to like Ditto in Pokemon. I thought Ditto was really fun to play. Wasn't a great Pokemon, but the fact that you could copy someone else, I thought that was just so interesting. And so with Chen, rather than copying something else, you actually just steal it from them. And I think that that's super, super funny. And so I'm looking forward to trying Chen. The next hero that I really want to try that I think is going to be a lot of fun is Pugna, who was of course in one of the PAX decks. And I think that Pugna for me as a hero over time in Dota has just grown on me. When Pugna was a hero that I was trying when I first played Dota, I thought Pugna was terrible, because when I tried his ultimate, I thought, what is this, life drain? This is terrible. This ability is so junk. You're just standing there as a channeled ability, and then you take their health. I'm like, no, this is junk. I don't want this. This is like really junk. I want an ability that like does damage, you know, like I want like Nether Blast, or I want something that can do things. But then as I started to play Pugna a little bit more, and you know, I got more used to kind of like what he's supposed to do with like pushing towers and stuff, clearing lanes. or waves. I thought that was, I thought Pugna is, I think Pugna is one of the best in Dota 2. Like for me personally, as a player, it probably lines up really well with how I like to play Dota. I love the fact that a spell can do damage to a tower. I think that's great. Like probably one of the few heroes that has abilities that can directly affect a tower, like Treant's heal, like to heal up the towers. The fact that Pugna can actually damage a tower to me or damage buildings is amazing. And in Artifact, maybe not so much, he doesn't have that same ability, but the fact that with the active ability, Pugna can condemn a random enemy improvement is going to be really, really fun. And I like that because I feel like a lot of people are going to play certain improvements and they're going to be hard to work around. But if you have a hero who can directly get rid of one, although granted it's going to be random, but that makes it fun. But like you can have a hero that can die and move to a certain lane that has certain improvements. You could get rid of those improvements just because of the hero, and the fact that the hero is there, to me, is awesome. And I know that there's going to be cards that get rid of improvements as well, but this one, I mean, this is just built into the card, so it's not like you have to invest money and spend money on a particular item. You just do it as Pugna. And I wish that the cooldown was 2, not 3, but who knows? I mean, to me, that's awesome because it takes a certain mechanic in the game, like improvements, and it gives it provides something to fight against it. Because sometimes it feels like improvements have like no counter. Like you just put it up and it's just like, okay, this lasts forever, and it's like this hard permanent. But the fact that Pugna is probably one of the only heroes that can affect that, to me, is really, really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to trying him. Okay, and the last hero I'm looking forward to trying that I think is going to be a lot of fun, not because I'm particularly impressed with him, but I'm just interested in making this hero work, is Necrophos. And he was revealed at PAX, and he looked like a pretty bottom tier like hero. I mean, at 5/6 stats, it just looked like terrible, like barely could survive 2 turns, right? But like, I'm thinking, okay, right now in the meta, Necrophos is pretty strong, right? He has a lot of strong things going for him, like very, very like sustainable in the lane. And over time, the ultimate, with the Scythe gets really good, to take out heroes with the extended like respawn time. Now, obviously, there's nothing like that in Artifact. But I'm thinking back to like Dota over the years and how like low tier Necrophos was, because he was like this single target. Like his aura was cool maybe early game because it just harassed the other team. But like eventually they got over it, right? Like eventually the aura didn't make that much of a difference. But now Necro is picked like all the time, and to me that's exciting. The fact that you look at a card or like a hero like Necro now in Artifact, it's pretty low, like nothing very impressive, right? But I love the idea of the passive of gaining 1 health anytime an enemy neighbor dies. Like I think that's really cool, because over time, like if Necro is sort of ignored, right? Because he's gonna die like every 2 turns, basically. I think he has a chance of dying like every 2 turns. But if he survives and you play him late, he gains this health, and now he's, instead of being a 5/6, he could be like a 5/10 or like a 5/11, and you're like, wait a minute, I can't get rid of this guy now. He's like this black hero that is just there when you need him, and then you can play like these super key abilities. To me, that's like a lot of fun. So he's like this hero card that I look at like totally under the radar, like just non-threatening. And then but then he'll come through in the end. And that's what I want to try to do, like make him come through in the end. So yeah, maybe he's not as flashy as like Phantom Assassin or all these other heroes, but like he's going to be like super solid in the end. Like he's going to be like what I would say is like the Robert Horry of the team. Like if you know like basketball, Robert Horry, he was like never a great, he was a good player. He won a lot of championships. But like when I watched him play basketball, he wasn't like the all-star on the team. But he would come off the bench or whatever, and he would just like be solid. Like when you need him in like the last 5 minutes of the basketball game, he is solid. Like give that guy the ball and let him shoot a 3-pointer to win the game. Like he is just solid. And I feel like it'd be fun to make Necrophos work that way. I don't know if he's gonna work that way, but the fact that he could work that way, to me, is just like really fun to make it try to make it work that way, where he is just solid to have, and he's not going to disappoint you. Like he's not strong early game, but late game, he is reliable. And the fact that there's even cards like that, to me, is very, very fun. So those are my thoughts on the 5 heroes that I'm looking forward to trying the most. I don't know if these cards will be great, but I'm looking forward to just, I don't know, having fun and making them work. And maybe they won't work, but I want to try to make them work. And it's going to be a fun process to just try to see if they can actually work in decks that, I don't know, I get to actually make. And I hope that these cards are cheap too. So that's also I can get them early and then you know, try to figure out what's going on. But thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.